Incoming web transmission.
Hello, hello. I know I always have it on the options screen. That's because I don't pause the emulation whenever and so whenever it's on the main screen, it's gonna always do the demos, and then after a while, hearing the same demo repeat over and over again drives me crazy. Anyway, ooh, that's a lot of dropped frames. Anyway, so how's everybody doing today? All right, so what have I got to do? I didn't want to do that because that's bad. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go with this. Well, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start by talking about everything. So, my situation at work is changing. I'm gonna be the only one in my department for a little while, at least, possibly. So, I won't be able to do Tuesday afternoons or mornings. I will have to do it in the evenings, at night usually. Um, that might change. I believe they are trying to hire somebody else. Of course, I may also opt to have them just to keep me, especially because we've been very, very slow, and other things like that. It's something I'm going to discuss with them. So the schedule may change. I might try to keep it on Tuesday. I may switch it to the weekend so that I can do it early again, so that people in different time zones can join me. But that's just something that we're gonna have to workshop a bit, especially because we're also working on that house. We're staying in our apartment for an extra month to give us more time to make sure we finish the remodels before we go in. So there's still gonna be more time that's gonna have to be devoted to moving stuff and repairing things. So hopefully though, it still all works out. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to play it by ear, because I want to at least do it once a week, if not more often. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see if I can remember what I was doing. Fear can't kill you, bud. Here we go. Oh, my controller's. Why is my controller sticky? Ah, crap. I'm probably gonna take it apart. It feels really sticky. Lord, it's so hard to find a good controller. Yeah, you might be able to hear it. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that helped it a little. I should probably take it apart though. I mean, you should really always clean used controllers all the way down to the bottom. I also don't want to tear this one up because I might. Controllers are so complex now. And that's kind of what's annoying about them, why they weigh so much, because it's like, oh, we gotta have the little touch screen, we gotta have a touchpad on it. I don't want that. I don't mind that it has the microphone because that's actually been useful, but still. Well, it's kind of funny. Sony can put a microphone on in their controllers, but they can't put one on the Switch. Dag nabbit. Anyway, what the hell am I doing? Uh, hold on. Thanks for that, Jill. Okay, so, excuse me. So, I gotta get access to the elevator. I know that door over there I need to go to. The one on the right next to the typewriter. I know I've got to go through there. And I don't have to worry about the second yawn room because I already did that, didn't I? Because they, like, changed it, didn't they? I'll tell you what, I have a key. I know where the hell it goes. Let me go there. I should keep the herb with me. That's a handgun magazine. Give me just a second. Because I'm going to pull my stream up. Let me go back in here. Just so I can see what's going on. Excuse me. Yeah, I had to eat a little bit before I did anything else. How do I do this? I'm still trying to get used to this new Wait. Oh, did somebody? Oh, I'm sorry. I I only have one monitor. So how's it going, Pruno? I'm sorry. I've only got one monitor, so I have to like switch between it because I've got the game full screened. Um, I'm not gonna switch my monitors right now. I've gotta get I've got plenty of extra ones. I just haven't brought them from work and stuff. Uh, because this other one I have, you know, I went to go use it and I'm like, this thing's not coming on. I go smack the power button. It's no power. You know, I double check it, make sure it's plugged in. Oh, it's plugged in. It doesn't work. So I guess I must have blown it out. Uh, but that's fine. I've had it for like 8 years, I guess. I've had it for a long time. Okay. Oh, I did want to do this. Let's see. I think I forgot to follow that guy, didn't I? Yeah, because Ed the Rando, because you know I've seen him on a few things. I wanted to actually drop Ed a follow. I completely forgot I wanted to do that. Just to get a little bit of that Silent Hill speedrunning goodness. You know, that way I can also feel bad about not having done it myself. You know, you got to guilt trip yourself into doing stuff. Copy text. I'm gonna send this message. Just a second. Just a moment. Video. All right. Yeah, I'm still trying to just get my life in order. Hey, what's up, Magnata? Demand a Jill sandwich. I demand a Jill. I demand a Jill sandwich. Oh. Of course, someone could always make a recipe for that. Because, like, I found out the other day. What kind of sandwich did I get? That scared me a little bit. I forgot that their roar was extremely nightmarish. Because, you know, like, I went to the sandwich shop the other day. And I asked for a sandwich, but I asked for, like, pepperonis on it also. Dun 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 dun. Okay, enough messing around. Like how his other friend is like, he's coming to get me. But that one is just like, I really couldn't be bothered. They did change up the roar to be very very good. One thing about this game is that the sound design is amazing. They really improved. They really improved on that aspect of it. Is the sound design is just absolutely on point. Okay, so from here, I've actually got to go. I've got to go downstairs. I could go through the dog hallway and then that one, but there's hunters in that one. If I go through there, I have to deal with a Crimson Head and hunters. I'll stay up here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't even know if that applies to what I'm saying here, but I forgot about this guy. All right, well, we'll just deal with the problem. Get wrecked, idiot. God. Ah. Instant karma. You see that? I said get wrecked, idiot, and then I immediately get wrecked. That's why you have to be humble, folks. You are dead. I'm gonna take a mulligan. I'm gonna say that never happened. No. I mean, I should have used my herb, is really what I should have done, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? I'm going to check out that mod that Darling told me about how it updates the color palette to be a little bit brighter, which I think is one thing that... Ah, dagnabbit. Let's do something different. She falls down like characters in Family Guy. And one of these days I'm going to do like a stream based on suggestions. Because I did have somebody suggest Dormitabus, and I'm willing to try it. I'm not much of a Five Nights at Freddy's guy, but I'm willing to at least try an hour of it. I only tried a little bit of it, so... You know, put a little bit of time into it, and if it ultimately doesn't work out... Complain to the neighbors or something? I know you're there. I can hear you. Oh, okay. Well, that worked out. Excuse me. Wait, did I turn the AC on? So from here... Yeah, I just need to go... Ah, come on! Ah, well. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. R, huh? Let's try this again. There we go. I at least need one safe path to be able to go through here. I think I'm in danger, aren't I? Let me heal up. Because I got plenty of healing items. Just try to be careful. You know, it'd be really cool if they gave the hunters the ability to jump down from up there. That would be an interesting way to mix that up. Get around the pillar. Gilliam? Okay, so I'm just going to go through there. It'll probably be safer than dealing with the Crimson Head. Spiders? Spiders? I'll take one hit. One hit's fine. When I go to the end of the hall, it's the double doors I need to go through. I know your tricks! Get dunked on, idiot. Why is it not showing chat on my telephone? Let me pause this for a second. Let me use it on here because I can't see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, just everything's brown. And then after that, as the graphics started to improve, they started doing bloom. What's it called? Not FOV, but the other one. They started adding all these features, which supposedly makes it realistic. But the problem is, it makes it kind of hard to look at, you know? Alien Isolation is very drab. I love the game, but it is very drab. Don't get hit. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, screw you. Well. Oh well, whatever. We tried. In fact, the biggest problem with Alien Isolation is that it's very dark. Huh. Well, that's funny. It's very dark. Yeah. I have to turn on the lamp, don't I? Yes, give me some shotties. Are those Winchesters? Are those Winchesters? Those are Winchester rounds? Those Winchesters? Is that double aught buck? Is that buck? What is that? Is it double aught? Yes, I will. Ooh, scientific books. Biology, huh? Yeah, I think that's all I needed was just that crest. Real. Man, I do love Alien Isolation, though. Whoa, oh, shit! That was extremely loud. Well, well, well. If it isn't well, well, well. Actually, you know what? Thank you for rating. First off, second off, you reminded me I need to drop them a little bit of them shout outs. Yeah, let's drop some shout outs. First off, shout out to the awesome Prunu. You got to get that shout out for being first one here. Yeah. Oh man, you're playing Chrono Trigger? Hell yes. I love Chrono Trigger. I haven't played it in a while and I need to. We're going to give old Magnata a good shout out there. Ah, I finally spelled it right correctly. Nice. And of course, a little bit of Bloomaloo shout out. I did that incorrectly because I'm bad at this. I'm gonna give a shout out. Who else we got? Mask. We're gonna give you a shout out. We're gonna give everybody a shout out for no particular reason other than I gotta show love to everybody. We'll give you. I'm not sure if I've watched your stream there, Mike, but I'll give you one too. Nothing personal against you. Nothing personal. Oh, Silent Hill 2, very nice. What else we got? Void? Yeah, Void. Haven't visited you guys either, you and Leave recently either. So yeah. So everybody who who isn't these people, check these people out. And everybody who is, check each other out as well. It's got to be one big party. I'll give old Shiki one too. Drop you one. Oh, Stardew Valley, nice. Little cozy games. I love a good cozy game, that's for sure. Of course, for me, it's mostly Animal Crossing. I know I've had people suggest for me to play Stardew and other similar games, but I mostly only have the energy for like Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, let me drop you one also cheesy, old cheesy. You can't you'll only be a good fart in my stream. There are no bad farts. But damn. Yeah, yeah. Metro Exodus. I don't think I've ever played that. Well, I've got enough ammo. Let's just... Okay. Alright. Enough screwing around here. Time to get good. I want to try to find a way to do... Yeah, Animal Crossing is just so good. The biggest problem is Nintendo not supporting New Horizons very much. I get that at this point the game is very old, but here's the thing is, last time I checked, which it may be different now, so someone can tell me if I'm a wrong idiot. It was one of the top-selling games for the Switch. I think it was the second place game for the second best-selling game on the Switch. Oh no, wait, this goes... I need to do something different. Hold on. Wait. Ooh. Wait, hold on, let me see what this is. That the area I currently am in is Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone. I'm assuming that's a reference to Skylanders, but I've never played it. I might have to just reset. So I need to get both of them, don't I? Let's try this again. I don't really remember much about this game, so I'm still trying to remember all of it. Yeah, they kind of did that. They did some expansions. They did the one DLC, but the problem is compare it to Splatoon 3, which got like a lot of support. You know, it's frustrating because you're talking about one of the best-selling games on the Switch, and one of the easiest. I'm dead. And one of the best-selling games on the Switch, right? So first off, that's number one. The other thing is, it's a game that practically anybody can play. You know, the only people that might not play it are people who aren't really interested in that sort of thing. But it's a nice, relaxing game. You know, it's a way to connect people and things like that. Where something like Splatoon is a very cool game, but it has a big problem of it has a massive barrier to entry. Because you're gonna go in and you're gonna lose a lot, like just an insane amount of losses you're gonna encounter just because the game is well, the game is kind of difficult. Not just kind of difficult, it is difficult. Because it's a 4x4. You can't I think if you use the app and someone is your friend, you can communicate with them. But if you but if not, I'm pretty sure you can only use the Woomy commands, you know, which is nothing, right? It's you technically have 3. There's this way in Booyah, and then um, there's this way, Booyah, and then if you die, you can do ouch. Now, again, there are players out there that are absolutely legendary, who will trounce you, but they've also put a lot of time into it. Because, like, even Rose put a lot of time into it, and she wins about half her games. Because it's just a hard game, you know. It's difficult to carry a team, etc., etc. So it may not be very fun for a lot of people because you also have that in addition to having, having to progress through the game. Uh, so you have to get money to buy stuff, to buy equipment of different kinds. Um, you have to upgrade your equipment. You have to get chunks so that you can put certain abilities on your equipment and all that kind of stuff. And that doesn't make a huge, massive difference, but it makes enough of a difference, right? And also the weapons. You actually have to get what they call Sheldon tickets this time. Not money, but Sheldon tickets, which you get by getting at least a 1-star rank in any weapon, which means you have to cover 10,000 area, which isn't too difficult, but you still have to do like 5 or 6 rounds at least to get that. You get more if you win. Again, the game is heavily geared to decrease the speed of progression. Just a second. Ah, come on. Damn camera angle changes. Yeah, the game is extremely heavily geared to give you better progression if you win. Oh, okay, let's see what this is. Oh, yeah, it's the same for me. I was an adult before Skylanders was a thing, and when you're talking about a game, you have to buy and collect all these little dealy boppers and stuff. I'm not opposed to playing anything, but also at the same time, I'm just not really interested in it. I get enough McDonald's during the week, and the only reason why is because it's really the only place that's close enough to my work that I can bother getting any kind of breakfast from. Ugh. So yeah, nothing for me, thanks. I don't even like McDonald's, is the thing. Like, their food sucks, but I mean, like, where else am I gonna go? Like, the Starbucks near me is so terrible. Or near my work, I should say. First off, because it's, like, further down the road. So it's like this traffic nightmare. That street, the street that I work on is a traffic nightmare. But the other thing is, their menu is forward of the ordering microphone, speaker, whatever. It's like in front of it, like forward of it. And it's also not angled towards the drive-through lane. It's like perfectly perpendicular or perfectly parallel with the drive-through lane. So you can't read it. It's like it's almost as if it's intentionally made to try to get you to use the app, or to already know what you want. It's like, well, I don't go to Starbucks often enough to have memorized. Maybe I want to try something. I don't know. I find it very unfriendly. Oh, quit your belly aching. There's not many places. Again, the street I work on is a nightmare. Because it's one of those streets that's like right at the right place to be constantly packed with traffic. And there's always people trying to cross over and all that kind of stuff, so it just ends up being a nightmare. So yeah, I get too much McDonald's, and I can't stand it. What was I trying to say? Yeah, Splatoon is very fun, but it's definitely not for everybody. And it's just frustrating. You're going to spend so long trying to play the game. That's true. Yeah, I'll get like maybe an iced coffee or something, and then like a sausage biscuit, a plain sausage biscuit. And it costs next to nothing. It's great. Concord? What is Concord? Not like the jet company, is it? Maybe I don't really watch anything relating to the news or anything. I mean, I get like current events sometimes through YouTube or whatever else, that pops up, but I really don't pay attention to stuff like that. Mostly because a lot of that is just, oh, oh, I see. I mean, it's unfortunate for the developers that kind of happened because I'm sure they put a lot of work into it, but it's hard to do games because you now have to compete with like you have to compete with indie games. Heck, even a lot of big companies are finding out how difficult it is because unlike movies and stuff, you know, movies and music is like fairly, I don't want to say insular because that typically means like culture and stuff, but you know, okie dokie. So that's not what I'm supposed to do right now. Okie dokie. Let's try to figure out what comes next. Oh, dang it. I'll tell you what, I have got to go to the restroom. So, boop-a-doo. No, it's fine. However, if you do it too fast, it's a little bit laggy. Um, it's hard to get used to the timing of it, but no, it's no problem. It's a fun game. I used to do it on other people's stream. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I've got to figure out what I've got to do next. I've got the armor key. Who is texting me? Ugh. It can't be that door, because I'm pretty sure that door is locked from the other side, so I've got to go to the elevator. I can't go through that door. Wait, what about that on the other side? What was that door? That wasn't an armor key door, was it? A helmet key door, was it? Hmm. Well, let's check it out, fellas. I mean, oh! Ah! Gotta kill these bots. Ah, hey, buddy. Goodbye. Goodbye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Two of them at the same time. They double teamed me. Yeah, it's a fun game. I wouldn't mind having like more things like that. It's just I have to like try to. I'm trying to like figure out a lot of this stuff, you know. Like if I could find a way to do like sound or commands without having to be like partnered or whatever, because I think there is a way to do that. I just don't know the right way to do that just yet. See ya, Hunter. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because, like, for example, I guess they, like, that company that decided to make, wait, was that Square that did that? With the, foam stars, which is basically Splatoon. You know? It's like, now I want to play it, though. I'm interested in playing it, but also at the same time, it's like, it's pretty much Splatoon. Just with, you know, instead of anthropomorphic squids, it's you know, normal anime girls. Yeah, I just got to do more research on it because I wouldn't mind like doing some things like that because I don't want to like monetize any of my uh, content. Oh yeah, because that's the room that normally is supposed to be yawn too. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily against like something changing one day, but it's not really normal enough. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, instead of squid anime girls. Because you know, which is probably preferable depending on who you are, you know. Because like there's actually nope. Because there's actually some controversy, at least as the games came out. Chatbot application. Is that something that you can do? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll drop a Discord link, my Discord link, and you can send me information, like more information on that, or maybe where you found the information. Because I would definitely like to learn more about it. If I can figure out how to do what I'm trying to do. Invite people, copy link. And this will be good for everybody too. Say, hey, drop that. Yeah. If anyone's interested in joining. It's kind of slow, but at the same time, I'm trying to, you know, build it up. Plus, I have where you can post your own stuff, you can self promote, and also I try to set it to where quote related live streamers, which is anybody I watch or support and things like that. I try to have that attached where it automatically posts when they post announcements, so that so that they can get some level of attention and stuff too. I'm also not an expert on Discord. I'm not an expert with a lot of this stuff, admittedly. And to be honest, part of the reason why I started to stream more is part of it was to do this Resident Evil series playthrough. Don't get smushed, Jill. That's 2 Jill sandwiches in one game. You could post it in general. You could do that or DM me. Either way is cool. Thank you for the information. It's extremely helpful. Because part of the problem is I'm not always sure exactly what to search for, because you search for some of that stuff and it's like, oh cripes. Okay, how do I solve this puzzle? Wait, hold on. So it closes. Turn around, Jill. The realistic animations are very nice, but also at the same time, they're very slow. No! Get over there! Wait, hold on. I can't press the switch from that side. Alright. Come on. I should build a crusher in my house. I mean, why not, right? Seems like the appropriate thing to do for a bad person. Shit. Alright. Come on. Come on, Jill. Push it. Let me reset the phone. Maybe I don't need the statue in there at first. Yeah, it was really close. I'm trying to think if there's an alternate way for me to do this. Damn. Okay. Trying to see if I can get it like as close to the. There we go. Yeah, inch it. Excuse me. There's nothing over here, is there? Okay. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. So the idea was generally sound. Let me double check and make sure I can't press it when the thing opens all the way. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Nope. Didn't really think so, but I thought I'd try. Oh, hell yeah. There's nothing better than when you get rid of a damn pesky mosquito. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! Well, see, that's where I'm messing it up, because I thought I actually had to push it in the gap. A dagger. I will take a dagger, yes. Yes, I shall. James Sunderland time. Or wait, hold on. As Will Mask said, James Smotherland. Oh man, I was cracking up so hard about that. James Smotherland. God, what a perfect thing to say. Alright. Thank you so much, Shikikins. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to check it out. November 29th, 1967. I can't get out. I've tried every possible way to escape, but only to be faced with the reality that I'm trapped. I've been everywhere. The laboratory with the large glass tubes filled with formaldehyde and those dark, wet, and eerie caves. What can I do? At first I didn't want to believe my eyes, but that familiar high-heeled shoe in the corridor. It was like a reflex. One name came to my mind. Jessica. I don't want to believe they share the same fate as me. No, I can't give up hope. I have to hope they're alive. November 30th, 1967. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for the past few days. I feel like I'm going crazy. Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to die like this? I was too obsessed with designing this ghastly mansion. I should have known better. November 31st, 1967. It was a dark and damp underground tunnel, and another dead end. But even in the darkness, something caught my eye. Carefully, I lit the last match I had to see what it was. A grave, but deeply engraved into the stone was my name, George Trevor. I had a big sneeze there. At that instant, it all became clear to me. Those bastards knew from the beginning that I'd die here, and I fell right into their trap. But it's too late now. I'm losing it. Everything is becoming so far away. Jessica, Lisa, forgive me. Because of my ego, I got both of you involved in this whole damn conspiracy. Forgive me. May God justify my death in exchange for your safety. George Trevor. I think he was having a bad time. Ah! La araña! Help! LOL JK, I love spiders. Yo, Void, how you doing? Coming on back, huh? Back to break. Ah! Another spider! Help. La araña! Ooh, some shotgun shells, don't mind if I do. Shell of a molting spider. Very nice. Oh, you want to be aggro, bruh? Bruh, you want to be aggro, bruh? Ah, that hot. How did that hit me? Please tell me I'm not. Yes. Ah, oh, god damn it. Ah. I love spiders, but I hate assholes. And those guys were assholes. Please tell me some blue herbs around here. I will take that. Yoink. Some delicious blue herb. A little herbage. A little herbage to cure my to cure what ails me. Come on. I'm gonna. Oh, of course, there's two of them. Where ya headed? Ha 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 ha. Says, even if I wasn't arachnophobic, I would still be afraid of the 4-foot-long venomous spider. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like spiders, don't get me wrong, but if I saw a 4-foot-1 coming at me, we'd have to tangle. Unfortunately. Trust me, I have saved plenty of spiders. They owe me. I think this is the Black Tiger room. I think that's Black Tiger room. God, no. I see it sparking, and I'm standing in water. I'm not stupid. Come on, game. I know it's there kind of as schmuck bait, though. To be like, do you want to press the switch? Oh. This isn't Black Tiger room, I don't think. Or is it? It's close to here, I think. Okay, so that's where I gotta switch on the power. How far am I from the box? That takes me right there, which puts me fairly close to the box. Oh yeah, that's one good thing about having about not having dogs and cats is that they don't kill the spiders around here. I love my spider friends. I should post a picture of it. I had a jumping spider that. Oh hey. Come get some. He learned the most important lesson. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Oh, nice. See, they're super. They're super nice to have one as long as it's not like a pest in any kind of way, but most of them aren't. Most of the ones that you get in your home aren't going to be a major pest. It's going to be just what else do I need? I think. Well, let me clear up some inventory space before I go exploring. Plus, I'm going to try that electrical bit anyway. Pretty sure it's just going to shock me, but still. Like, one thing I always had to ask, like with this new house, of course we get an exterminator so they can kill up all any bugs or anything like that. And of course I have to ask, I have to make sure it's like, now this isn't going to be something that's going to affect my spiders, is it? Because I don't want my spiders to die because they're like, you know, spraying the house down. Because there's ways to spray for insects without killing the ones that you own. Because they do that at my work. They spray something that goes around the baseboards that kills any kind of crawling bugs. So of course it doesn't affect like flies, and in the end it doesn't affect spiders either. But well, most spiders anyway. But you know, a lot of them it does kill, which is good. Where did I? Oh! I went around. That's where. Yeah, because I'm like, the last thing I need to do is is exterminate my own friends. Of course, you know it etc. etc. But also we have a hamster too, so what's funny is I've been bit more often by that hamster than I ever have with any of my spiders. In fact, that hamster bit me today, and it hurt like a son of a bitch, let me tell you. Oh. Oh, okay. See, I could have flipped it all along before, but I was thinking they were trying to trick me. See, that's all I think about. I don't trust the game anymore. I keep thinking it's trying to get something. Somehow, somewhere. Oh no, a zombie. Whatever will I do? It's the slowest chase in the world. No elevator music? Oh. It should have elevator music. It'd be like a cute little detail, even if it doesn't make sense. Moth. Okay. So one, I gotta unlock that door. Oh wait, that's where Yawn was. I guess I could go get those herbs that was in that hallway too. Ooh, a little bit of the old red stuff. Wait, hold on, what? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Naked ladies? Naked ladies, naked ladies, naked ladies. But first, let's unlock this. Does that leads directly to that hallway? Okay. Yo, Sarzak, how's it going? Let me drop that a little bit of one of those SOs, as they call them. That's what the youngins are calling them, right? Let me pause the game in case I get attacked. Playing some retro games again. Of course, always on the retro grind. See, what I'm doing is I'm watching, but I'm also generally trying to save points whenever I lurk, because I'm gonna get that 150k, and then I'm gonna have you play something ridiculous, or not ridiculous, like Phantasmagoria 2, because that's all I'm on about. It's not Phantasmagoria 2, it's nothing. Oh, awesome. Oh, I do that too. They made me have to get a computer to do my work on instead of using my own. So I was like, okay, fine. But I still had my other one running because, I'm not doing any personal stuff on this work computer. Which I shouldn't be doing personal stuff at work, but they can eat it. Okie dokie. So, got this unlocked. But what does that do for us? Where did I need a battery? Oh, yeah, the courtyard, duh. I'm thinking of the end of the game. I was thinking about the battery you use at the end of the game. Two different puzzles that require batteries. So, what's the optimal way to get to the short chard? To the short yard. I might as well go to that box. So, yeah. Wait, let me double check. Because I think I don't need to go to the I think this is the last bit of the mansion I have to do. I think. Come on, buddy. Oh, God. Ah! Alright, enough playing around. I shouldn't be trying to play around with these guys. But I'm doing it anyway. To be honest, they're not as bad as the Crimson Heads. So that's one of my big problems with the Crimson Heads, is I feel like they kind of, I don't want to say misstep, but it's like it's a misplacement in the, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Where does that come out to? Okay, yeah, so I do gotta go there. Okay. I was just trying to make sure I didn't have to go out back. Yeah, I feel like it's like a misstep in like increasing the difficulty of the enemies. Uh, son of a... Okay. That, start with me. Hold on for just a moment. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. What was it? Yeah, I just got a phone call. Uh, I might as well put these up, huh? Or should I? Hold on. Yeah, cause our bathtub is being delivered today. So, you know. Let me go ahead and drop a little save here. A little increment there. So, they called and they said it'd probably be about an hour or so. So what I'll probably do is that either in an hour or whenever they call, whichever one comes first, I'll probably take a pause so I can run over there and move it. Luckily, it's not too super far away. I mean, it's well, it'd have to be a long pause at least. We'll play it by ear once it happens. I need to actually get the thing if I'm gonna use it. Not the metal and object, it's the other one. Stone metal object. I don't think I need anything else right now, but I'm gonna go with what I have. If I have to go back and get more, I will. Luckily, I'm just going through. So like I said, once it comes down to it, I'll decide what to do. I guess it depends on what everybody else is interested in. You know, if they're willing to play Words on stream for a little while. Let me double check. Nothing on YouTube? Okay. I just want to double check and make sure that whether or not there were any message on YouTube. Because until I can get it set back up the way it's supposed to be, I can't monitor it as easily. I have to use my phone, which, you know, I can only pull up one of them at a time. But one of them at a time. Z trivia. The Earth has water. That's a little piece of trivia there for you fellas. It's an important thing to keep in mind that there is water. Most of it is not drinkable. That doesn't mean you can't try. Get off me. Okay. Ooh, herbage. Nice. Give me that. Give me that herbage. I will take that. Thank you. A big herb. Oh, you don't want to jump down the hole? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Not a survival horror character who jumps down suspicious holes? But there's no water coming out. I mean, that's a weird thing to say. It looks like a fountain, but there's no water. I mean, it can still be a fountain. Come on, Jill. You know, descriptions are always funny, whether or not they're overly wordy or not. They're funny like one way or the other. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. That I want to go. Yeah. Of course, like Silent Hill has some of the funniest ones with Bible and It's Bread. Those are great ones. Because it's concise. It just says it. Ah, come on. Okay. I should get the knife, but to be honest, it's easier to just run from them. So from here, I should be able to go there. It's risen yeast. Wait, some kind of transparent creature is swimming around in the water? Ew. See if there's anything around here. I mean, I've got plenty of healing items. I just like to double check. So now I have the fast path. Cool. Alright. So, from here... let's go back down. Because I think next is the caverns. So, how did I unlock the caverns? Oh, yeah. I have to use the crank to deactivate the thing so that I can go. Yeah. Use the crank. Oh, yeah. They really do, the sound design is really good. They really do build upon everything that they did before. I gotta give it major credit. Let me make sure there's not a box closer. Courtyard. There is if I go that long-ass path. So I don't want to do all that. It's least the yeast from the east. See, when I play Resident Evil 4, though, I'm not going to play it on normal difficulty. I'm going to play it on professional. Because one thing that's both good and bad is the adjustable difficulty, about how it changes based on your needs. The downside with that is how it means that you can't get good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to grind out an area until I learn how to play properly, right? So when it, adjusts on its own, it's like, ah, man, I didn't want you to do that. Because then I'm not really learning anything. I'm just kind of like spinning my wheels. Because after a while, it's just like, well, here, you win. It's like, come on. Let me have the opportunity to learn what I'm doing wrong so I can get better at the game. But then again, the fact that you don't have to play on professional, so. But I have to decide whether or not I'm going to play Resident Evil 0 on easy or hard. I think I'm going to play it on hard, though. Because I played this on hard, and it's been a long time, so. I really don't remember much about 0 either. I remember the Goofy Train puzzle. And the giant scorpion. And the leeches. And there's that one puzzle with the cage. And I found out the hard way that once you get the guy to do the cage, to do the crank for it, and, and he's holding it, make sure that you get your character to get the thing and get the hell out of there. Because if you switch to the other character, I think whoever is holding the crank will let go. And then kill your other character. Because I had it happen to me once. Crank that sandwich, girl. The Jill sandwich. I wonder if in a couple of years, there's going to be like a Universal Studios extension for Resident Evil or something. You think they're going to do that? I mean, they've had a Simpsons one for a very long time. Then they got the Harry Potter stuff. I would not be surprised if they eventually were like, hey, let's get into something else, and they got into Resident Evil, right? Of course, the only reason they got the Harry Potter stuff was because, when it came to Disney, Disney's like, we're going to do things our way, and J.K. Rowling is like, nah, we're doing things my way. And so, Disney is Disney, so they're not going to let anyone tell them what to do. So she went with Universal. Their stuff is really cool, too. Oh, there's a typewriter and item box there. Let me see if there's an ink ribbon, too. There is. I'm going to go ahead and save. So I gotta keep an eye on the time. Pretty sure I'm gonna need the crank again, so I'm gonna hold on to it. That is not what I wanted. Well, I've got plenty of herbs, so it should be fine. Plus, I've got those ones I didn't pick up either, so if I have to run low, I at least have one more option, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And I know coming up soon, I'm gonna need something. What rounds do I have in that? What kind? And this is a square hole, isn't it? Yep, see? I love that little feature. That's a little detail I find really cool, is that you can examine something and then it'll add to the description. That's just always been a cool feature, because it encourages you to actually, like, do that. Because I feel like that's one thing that Silent Hill doesn't do a lot of. I know, comparing Resident Evil and Silent Hill, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like that's one thing that this game really emphasizes you to interact with your inventory a lot. More so than just using it. You actually have a reason to look at it. A huge gaping hole, huh? Uh-oh. Yo, cheesy. Hey, I would make a joke, but it'd be too cheesy. Yes, I shall. Will I take the shaft? Will I? Will I take the shaft? Will you take the shaft? Who here will take the shaft? Just a little bit of shaft? Yes, I will take the shaft. I will take all the shafts that you have. She just took something. She just took a thing out of it, and she's like, "There seems to be something missing." Oh, really, Jill? Well, thank you for your observational skills. Then again, to be fair to Jill, you, as the player, are the dingus who decides to examine the thing that you just took something out of. You are the player who decides, you know what, I want to know what this yeasty substance is on the counter of this bakery. I wonder what it might be. Yeah, it's bread. You don't need anything more than that. Give me just a second. All right, so the driver just called and said that they're going to be at the house in a few minutes. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on Words on Stream again. Let me pause the simulation. How do I do that? There we go, pause that. Just in case something happens to the computer, I'm going to save state as well. There we go. And I'm going to put on Words on Stream, and I'm going to go try to take care of that as quickly as I can. That was... Yeah, so... yeah, so... if you guys just be patient, I'll be back. I'm going to run this words thing. I'm going to... Oof. Arted. The best two words in the English language. There we go. Aha, I'm back. Everybody, how did it go? I mean, I was in chat and I saw how it was going great. You guys kicked ass. I'll do something. I'll figure out something to do for my fine fellows and the patience of everybody. But let's continue on with a little bit of the old a little bit of the old Resident Evil. I'm glad that it worked. I'm glad that it worked out. Oh, I'm glad that it didn't take too long for the guys to get there. See, we ordered a tub, you see. And the downside of ordering a tub is that it has to be shipped. So, and we had to be there when it came in. How do I unpause? There we go. Hey everybody, take the shaft. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that dumb joke. But they go back to what I was saying was that if you think about it, any kind of snarky or stupid comments by the characters is kind of on you because you felt the need to examine bread. You know what were you expecting to find Are you expecting to find the super mega ultra powerful weapon? Actually, scratch that, because in Resident Evil, not Resident Evil, in Silent Hill 3, that's where you find the submachine gun, is in the bread store.
Is that you, Jill?
Unlimited submachine gun.
Is that voice Enrico's?
Enrico!
You're alive!
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
Is he trying to use a
No,
Jedi Force push?
But why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico!
I do like how her first thought isn't to go and
Traitor?
find out where the
Who?
gunshot came from. You should, Shiki. Make it a game where the ultimate weapon is hidden in bread. I support that dream. Like you have to like bake the bread or you know, any number of things like that. You should do that. Oh yeah. A great example of what I'm talking about is in the Chizo Mythos with made by the Yahtzee guy. You know, he did that zero punctuation where he talks really fast and he hates games. Whatever, right? Hey! Goodbye. So in it, in the first one, 5 Days a Stranger, or was it 7 Days a Stranger, 6 Days a Stranger, whatever. The first game in the Chizo Mythos. You can examine doors, and he'll say something about them, right? And every time you examine them, he'll say something different. To the point that he starts to get frustrated that you won't stop examining doors. To the point that he even addresses you, the player, about why you won't stop examining doors. So, it's pretty funny. There's a good number, like it's like 30 times or something, and maybe less than that. But it's a good number of times and different things he has to say before it eventually starts back over. I think, though, after it doesn't start back over, it just goes back to the default, whatever he says. Croissant. A croissant? A croissant. So, you know, it is, so, you know, that's a good little play on that concept about how it's like, yeah, you're examining a door. What do you expect to learn about it? It is huge. You can actually buy one. You can actually buy, for anyone who's not American, you can buy grenade launchers in America. However, you cannot buy the grenades for them. Because grenades are considered a destructive device. Or an explosive, whatever you want to call it. You're not allowed to have those. As per the National Firearms Act of 1934. But you can buy the launchers all day long. If you can afford them. Just like you can buy old rocket launchers. You just can't buy the rockets for them. So like the old RPGs that you see in games and stuff like that, you can 100% buy one. You just you know. Is it Rolly Boulder time? It's Rolly Boulder time! See, knowing the game well enough, I'm really curious as to how someone might deal with that the first time they ever play the game, you know? Like, it's not like it's, like, hard to dodge it, but it's also one of those things you have to wonder, like getting, getting murked out. I don't know what I'm saying. We Her and her insistence of holding everything at the hip level. Come on, you're wearing shoulder pads, Jill. Just shoulder the damn thing. There's no reason to hip fire everything. Oh no, not Black Tiger. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay. Why does it make that sound though? Like it sounds like creaking. Something. Oh, hey darling, how you doing? Let me give a little shout out for darling too. I'm sorry, let's see. Yeah, darling's been doing some speed running, the little of the Resident Evil variety. Very cool. I still got to do that edit for you. I've been just being lazy today. Just because work's been frustrating the crap out of me, so I've just been like, oh. I don't think there's anything in this room, just the knife. Just the knife. Got some good old Resident Evil goodness. Of my logo? TX. If you're talking about of my logo, hell yeah. Hey, if you're willing to do that, I'm more than happy to accept it. I won't call you a scrub or anything. No, if you're willing to do that, that's super awesome. You know. And if you need it to be you know, of course if you need something, depending on the cost would depend on if I could do something like that. But if you're willing to do it for free, I won't say no. I don't I may have to use it for something. You're streaming it right now? Wait, really? Hold on, let me see something. Let me check this. How do I do this? First, let me pause this. Let me go. I'm on my desktop. Let me check this out. Yo. Yo, what? You absolute legend. Holy crap.
Get in with the underworld's most
Dude, hell
dangerous
yeah.
syndicates.
I definitely won't say no to that. I dropped a follow for you. I did give you a shout out at the beginning, didn't I? I'll drop another one though, just to make sure. Dude, hell yeah! Trust me, I'll never say no to something awesome like that. I'll have to display it properly because I've got to do some adjustments to my logo too. I've got the little blue bit that I have around it is just to make it stand out to the background since part of the logo is black. But that's what I can tell you about it is that it's the little blue aura or whatever is just a poorly photoshopped way to make sure it stands out against the background. But that would be awesome, man. Absolutely. Thank you. That would be a party and a half.
Yeah, I usually support streamers with
Do this.
emotes.
Oops, I have it playing in my ear set. Let me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mute you, but that would be awesome. Thank you. Hey, like I said, that's pretty awesome. I do similar with cross stitching at least. Cause like if you, oh yeah, cause yeah, you seen Bloomaloo and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember how I have to dislodge this. And then I'll find a good way to display. I've got to add more screens, like a just chatting screen and things like that. I definitely have to do that. And having something like, whoa, no, ah, I didn't think. I'm glad that you appreciate it. And Bloom, I know Bloom appreciates it too. See, my brain just did bad. Shit. All right, let's do all that again. Yeah, huge rip. Dang, I was doing so good. Okay, so I'm gonna put up this crank because I don't think I need this one at all. Put up the pistol. No, wait, hold on. First off, let's get some incendiary shells. Get the grenade launcher. Let's try this again, shall we? Because I'm also going to use the grenade launcher on the hunters instead of shotgun. Yeah, mega rip. Oh. I should have saved the game when I came back through, but I didn't. That was on me. You see, I'm not much of a artist in the craft of like Photoshop and stuff like that. So when I make you know, so like I actually had like I designed the logo, but getting a clean version of it, I got some, you know, I paid an artist for them to use like vector graphics or whatever to make a clean version of it. So that I could have that on stream and then do stuff with it as I needed. Because again, I'm not really all that great with stuff like that. Like I can do some stuff with paint, and I'm learning how to use a little bit of GIMP and everything, but see ya. So like my background here that I'm using, I made, but I didn't make the pieces of it, if that makes any sense. I basically Googled, you know, gold border and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm working on trying to. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you think it looks good. I'm working on trying to like take, because what I want to do is take the border from the triple triad cards and make it my border, because that's what that kind of is similar to. And the maroon is just like a maroon texture thing, basically. These aren't. Do I have? Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's because I think I like maroon as a color. And I want to take like not the version from the remastered version of Final Fantasy VIII, but the pixelated version. I just got to edit it out, or you know, edit out all the stuff, and then I can use it as the border. See, I had it one way, but I had to change it because it was a little too thick. You know, just so that my screen doesn't look so bare. And I don't mind having it, you know, having it cover part of the game screen anyway, just because I know a lot of people do have it. Do have it like that. You know, additionally, well, I don't know. It adds something to it. I feel like so. So I'm not gonna save it this time. Even though I should. Ah! I totally called that though. I totally called that. I said I should, and I was like, I think I can manage, and I still died anyway. You gotta be a little freaky with your cheesy. It ain't easy. Of being cheesy. I'm gonna try this again. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna save it this time when I come back. Just so that I don't end up doing that again. For the 90 bajillionth time. I'll just... No, get the stuff. Grenade launcher. I won't get the fire rounds because I don't need them. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna actually save it this time instead of, like, dying constantly. Again, that's one of the downsides of, like, having fixed, anything fixed camera angle. The biggest downside is knowing exactly where you can go. You know, versus a 3D environment where you can walk around and you can generally guess where you are able to go, right? Don't get me wrong. I love me some Resident Evil. I'm saying that's one of the downsides of the design and why it was necessary to change. Now, even though Resident Evil 4 isn't considered, you know, a classic example of the series, I feel like its design in general is... I feel like its design in general is basically a perfection of the classic design, if you kind of understand my meaning. Because if you think about it, it still works on tank controls, right? Left, right, forward, and back. You know, you still have to aim your weapon to shoot, etc., etc. I think in general, it can be like, it's like they said, we want to make this like, we want to make this Resident Evil, but we want to make it the best Resident Evil. Which now I'm not saying it is the best Resident Evil. What I'm saying is that the design is so well done in 4 in the way that, you know, that it was hard to change from that. Or, you catch what I'm saying, you know? You know, you still have to press the button to aim, you still have to do left and right, you still have tank controls, but now it's a 3D environment and done over the shoulder. I need to get the thing. I'm not sure I absolutely need it right now, but I'm going to get it anyway. Will you take the shaft? Damn right. She's a bad smother trucker. Smother trucker. James Smotherland. That cracks me up. You're one ugly motherfucker. I'm gonna prove to you guys I know how to save the game by saving the game. See, it's not that I want to save it, you know, it's because somebody challenged me. They said, you don't know how to save a game. And I said, yes, I do. And they didn't believe me. So that's why I'm having to save it right now. It's just because somebody said I didn't know how to. It has nothing to do with me dying a bunch of times in a row. Promise. See, of course, that's why I've got 19 saves, because I'd rather just save it a bunch. Incendiary. I'll dump these. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, first off, in terms of like, I don't know how it is in terms of game design. That's something we'd have to ask somebody like like Mask knows about game design. And Dark Shocks also knows about programming and stuff like that. So both of them have, you know, either one of them has more knowledge than I do. But one of the questions would be to ask is how difficult is it in terms of design to make a tank control game versus something 3D like Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, whatever, right? I feel like to some degree, I'm not going to say it's easier, but I'll say it like this, that you don't have to render 3D environments. You do still have collision and all that kind of stuff, but you don't have, you know, all the backgrounds are basically a PNG file, right? Of course, they're not here. You can clearly tell that they're rendered, but, you know, in general, the point is that, you know, oh, you just have a flat static screen. In fact, you can see a perfect example of this by looking at the beta versions of any Resident Evil game, where you see sometimes the collision isn't set correctly, and you basically are able to get in front of stuff that you're supposed to be behind and all that, because it's just a static image, basically. So I feel like it was not as difficult where, of course, they still had to render them, right? But it's different when you're... I feel like it's different than than having to render a 3D room that your character has to run around in. You know, like maybe I'm wrong, right? But I feel like that some aspect of that wouldn't be too difficult, you know, versus creating an entirely massive 3D environment, right? I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. What I'm generally saying is, yeah, I think it'd be cool to see more of that. Like, more games that are like that, that aren't just trying, you know, because that's what I love about Elisa. It does that, but it does its own thing so well, you know. You know, plus you can get things like demakes and stuff like that. Be like, oh, a demake of Silent Hill 2. That's basically just Silent Hill with a skin job. Which wouldn't be bad, mind you. But I'm saying it would be interesting to see that. To see, like, somebody do that. You know, give it the same low-quality voice acting. I wouldn't say Silent Hill has low-quality voice acting, but... It's not great, right? I don't know. It would be interesting to see. Is the long and short of what I'm trying to say. To just see more of that. Although Silent Hill was never really a fixed camera angle game. It still, you know, uses tank controls. Although it's the type of game that is better for 2D controls versus the tank controls, but that's neither here nor there. So how you feeling, Jill? You feeling a little bolder? What's in that room? Oh, that's a puzzle, isn't it? Let's open this up. Ah, nice little, turns out that's actually just a can of Fix-A-Flat. I think I need the, square crank for this next room, so... So how are the runs going? I saw you were playing a little bit earlier, darling. How did those runs go? Or the practice, I guess you could say. Like, especially if you do well with Resident Evil, which you are doing well. I'm not saying you're not. What I'm saying is that if you feel more confident in that kind of thing, you could definitely try Elisa. The biggest thing you have to worry about with that game is the menuing. If you menu too fast, it can soft lock. So that's the one thing you have to be careful about. Now, as long as you are indeed careful about that, then you don't have anything to worry about. But where's the other crank? Here we go. Put those up. Let's get some regular grenade rounds, shall we? Like, Elisa's a lot of fun. It's just kind of a long run because you have to do a lot of very long backtracking, and there's not a whole lot of glitches in the game, and there's not a whole lot of differences in what you can do, really. Well, depending on which category you play, I think that there are lots of untapped potential for the game. That might be interesting, modern graphic, because I mean, especially if you have like 4K images, you could have like a 4K background. Because I mean, look at what they're doing with the BioRand and the Rebirth stuff, right? The Rebirth stuff, especially, you know, doing the AI, AI upscaled, whatever, with the higher quality models and everything. So imagine doing something like that, you know. But, you know, instead it's got high quality, like super high quality models, high poly count. They've got facial expressions, everything like that. That would be interesting. I would like to see that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, because nobody's going to sit there and go, you mean to tell me, no one's going to look at a modern game design like that and go, excuse me? You mean to tell me that it doesn't have fucking loot crates? No one's gonna be like that. You know, people are gonna play it. Undertale is a great example. It's not modern anymore, technically, but Undertale is a great example. All these other giants are making all these games, these remakes, doing all this fancy crap, and then this guy comes out with this goofy ass game and absolutely fucking rocks the gaming world. You don't have to. They have to stop trying to act like gaming is Hollywood, where everything has to be like the MCU, right? Everything has to be this big, gigantic, the stakes are all the way CG up the ass, everybody's doing everything to this, blah, blah, blah. Gaming is not, nor will it ever be like that. Gaming is an entire microcosm of the human experience. You cannot try to make the same thing over and over and over and over again. It is okay to play around with the formula, to do something a little different, to try something, because now I get it. These companies are huge and they have a shit ton of employees and they have a lot of money they have to make. So you don't want to hedge your bets, but that's the problem. Look at the 90s and the early 2000s. Publishers back then would make 50 games in a year. Maybe not 50, but they would make a lot. Look at Silent Hill. Silent Hill exists because Konami was like, man, Resident Evil makes a shit ton of money. Can we do that? And another guy was like, yeah, I think so. Okay, let's get a bunch of dudes and just do that. Right? And they got a bunch of dudes, and they made one of the greatest horror games of all time. They just took a bunch of dudes and did that. And yes, the sole purpose was we love money because it's Konami and they love money. They fucking love money. But the fact of the matter is, they said, here, let's try to do this. And they did their own, and they let them do their own thing, and it became amazing. Yes, I compare them. Everybody in the universe will compare the series, but nobody will ever sit Resident Evil next to Silent Hill and say, you know what? Why play Resident Evil when I can play Silent Hill? Or why play Silent Hill when I can play Resident Evil? They're different flavors, man. You know? They're different flavors, man. Why would you play both? I'll play both in the same day. Try me, you know? Because they're different experiences, and that's the big thing. That's how so many of these things came about, was a company said, we're going to give you some freedom and let you kind of make something. And then they made something and it changed the whole world. That's how cars are a lot of times too. Because I also bitch about cars all the time. The Corvette was an example, of course, Chevrolet trying to make a roadster, right? The first generation Corvette didn't sell well at all. Nobody gave a shit. They're like, we don't care. You know, then the second generation came out, and it absolutely blew the fuck up. And then it became Chevrolet's flagship car. It's okay to play around with stuff. Watch Ford v Ferrari. That movie is a little bit dramatized, but it's generally correct. In terms of history, it's generally correct. There's a lot of like conflict and Hollywood crap and all that, but it's for the most part correct, right? Because in reality, there's no actual villain. It's just people, right? But it's basically it. The long and short of the story is Ferrari was in dire straits. Because one problem with Ferrari is that Ferrari was never meant to make commercial vehicles. Their sole purpose was to be a race car company. You can't make that much money just making race cars. Because yeah, there's a lot of money to be made, but you're not going to make enough money to stay open. Generally, right? Because, I mean, think about it. Like, a racing car costs millions and millions of dollars to develop. And then build the fucking thing, right? You know, the engine alone, you know, would cost like $560,000 just to build one engine, right? So Ferrari always existed to basically fund Ferrari's racing habit, right? He loved to race, but he needed money, so he sold cars. But they were in dire straits because, well, and so Ford came in and they're like, you know, we wouldn't mind owning Ferrari. We like cool cars. And Ferrari's like, eat me. Basically. They were like kind of rude about it. And so Ford's like, okay, well, you know what? Because Ford wasn't doing all that well either, you know. But Ford kind of wanted to get into it. Get them for racing, get them to have the brand, all that kind of stuff. And so Ford's like, okay, fuck you then. We'll do it ourselves. And then they came out and they designed the Ford GT40 and kicked Ferrari's ass. That kind of story is legendary on its own, like even without a movie or whatever. It's just such a good story that they're like, okay, we'll do it ourselves with blackjack and hookers, you know? And then they did it. And that kind of thing is history. And it's the kind of stuff that makes you proud to be an American, because you're like, hell yeah, America, baby. But we don't do that shit anymore. A lot of it has to do with regulations and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of it has to do with the economy and what people want and blah, 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 right? All that. But what I'm generally saying is that sometimes it's okay to try. Sometimes it's okay to try. And granted, there's a lot of times that stuff like that has completely failed to make any impact. The New Hollywood era is what they call it. It's the era when Star Wars came about. Because George Lucas was a good example of a New Hollywood director, right? It's hexagonal. So yeah, he was what you would call a New Hollywood director, right? You know, he made stuff like THX 1138, whatever. You know, I don't know all the specifics of it. Someone who's like a film history major can give you a better explanation. But in general, it was an era of certain types of directors and certain types of movies that were being made that sort of played with certain formulas and everything. And so you had Francis Ford Coppola, Stanley Kubrick, stuff like that, and they made this type, and they made different types of movies. Some of them worked out amazingly. Other ones, not so well. In fact, a lot of them didn't do so well. However, and so, you know, that created a problem because studios were pouring millions of dollars into these productions that didn't make any money. So, you know, why give this new guy a chance to experiment with something if you're going to lose money on the deal? However, one that didn't lose money was Star Wars. In fact, not only did it not lose money, it made a metric fuck ton of money. And the end result being that that created the blockbuster. And, of course, movies have been changed ever since, because another thing that he did is, because they didn't think it was going to do well, right? So, in the deal, signing the deals for the movies, he wanted 100% of the merchandising rights. And they were like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? Well, because it did so well, he made so much money off merchandise, which of course why the series is so big about merchandise, because George Lucas and now Disney own 100% of the merchandising rights, so they make absolute bank off of it, which is of course why there's so many toys and figures and Legos and this, that, and the other, because they're just making so much money off of it. I can't blame them either. I mean, like, holy crap. That's why it's also always been a merchandise-driven series, is because, well, that's how he makes most of the money from it. Because, I mean, hey, he does like to make his little art and his stories and everything, but he's still, you know, you don't become a Hollywood director, and not want to be rich as hell. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. I'm just too busy talking about stuff. That's what. I love the Ford and Ferrari story. It's super awesome. It's unfortunate that old what's his face died. And I can't think of it right now. I do recommend watching that movie because it's probably the best way that you can sort of get a summary of the movie, or the summary of the events. Even if it's a bit Hollywood, it's still good. I mean, and it's just annoying that American ingenuity is kind of fallen by the wayside in terms of like mass-produced, minuscule nonsense. Minuscule. I don't know if minuscule is the right word for it, but you know what I mean. And a lot of that kind of goes back to the gaming thing, is that these companies don't want to take a chance. You know, look at Silent Hill. Why did they remake the second one instead of the first one? Because they knew the second one was such a big deal. It's considered the best by pretty much everybody. Not everybody agrees, obviously, but in general, I think almost... I mean, if everyone had to vote for the two best Silent Hill games... I like, I don't know what the term is, but there's a type of voting where you vote for more than one thing, and then the winner is who gets the most votes from that, right? There's a term for it, I can't think of it. And this is a concept that I really like because it allows voting to, rather than being you have to choose one, it's a consensus sort of thing, you know? Whereas if let's say, I'm not saying this would be my vote, but let's say that me and Mask, because I know Mask's favorite is typically 3, but say if me and Mask like sat down and said, okay, we both have to vote on what the best Silent Hill is, right? Mask said, okay, well, I vote for this one, I vote for this one. Well, it might be 1 and 1, right? So it's a tie. Whereas if we both had to vote for 2, I would say, well, you know, to be honest, I'm going to say 1 and 2. And Mask says, well, to be honest, I'm going to say 3 and 2. Well, heck yeah, send it in the Discord. Give me just a second and I'll pull it up on stream as well. But to finish what I was saying is that, so in that case, 1 and 3 would be tied, but 2 would have 2 votes. So we would both be able to say, you know what? We both can agree that Silent Hill 2 is probably the best. You know, even if our specific tastes are not equal, are not perfectly equal, we both can compromise. And I think more things need to be like that, where we vote, where we vote to, well, give me just 1 second. First off, I'm going to go in there and say, crap. I'm sorry to say, but since your thing is set up on, I'm sorry to say, Mike, that your thing is set up on verified accounts, and I don't have a verified account, which I don't have a problem with. I'm not asking you to change that, but what I'm saying is that I can't chat in it. But I will say this: if you tell your chatters and stuff that I think it's awesome and I appreciate it so much, and that you kick ass, tell them that for me. It's just because I don't want to give Twitch my phone number. I also don't want to give Discord my phone number, so verified stuff on that I can't use either. I might change it one day, but the problem is that, let me see, hold on. Does it not let me hold on. Are you in Bloom's Discord? Yeah, let me try that. Because I was gonna say, let me see. I think I might be able to see you in here. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. So. What is it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's not that I'm opposed to it. The problem is that the number that I like to use for that stuff is a Google Voice number, which you can buy. It has your permanent number, which it used to be my old number, but I bought it, so it's my permanent number, and I use it for stuff like this. But a lot of these websites don't let you use a number like that. It's not because they want to verify that you're human. They don't want it. They want it to be attached to a phone, like that you had to purchase with your ID and person. You know, they want it to be attached to something that has your personal identity to it. Part of it is to remove anonymity from the internet, and another part of it is also, if I sent death threats to a politician, they need to be able to find out who I am, without having to get hackers to go and hack my Discord to find out what my IP address is. So I understand it one way, but I also hate it because it's like, because what happens when Discord falls apart or it gets hacked and stuff, and they get my phone number, and then suddenly it gets spread all around, and I'm getting contacted 90,000 times a day by bots. You know. Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. When you are finished recording, press pound or press 1 for more options. Beep! You know, all that kind of stuff. Oh man. I'm looking at your stream right now. That looks really cool. Heck yes, dude. Let me, how can I do this? Yo. Hold on, let me do it like this. I'm going to show your stream on my stream. We can do it like that, so that everybody can see the coolness. Oh, the coolness. Yo. I'm going to turn it up a bit. How do I add a browser scene? Browser. I'm going to add browser scene.
Oh, nice.
It's browser scene.
Do I have my mic on? I think I do. Hold on.
We're going to, it needs to be under the background. There we go.
Yeah, I sure do.
Hey, wait, what? What's it doing? Why does it not let me? How do I do?
There we go.
Ah, crap.
I think this looks good. I was like a little color.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do it differently. Instead of browser. Okay. Okay. Remove. I'm
the
still trying
worst
to learn
and,
some of this stuff, so
Make 'em pop.
display capture. We'll just do
There we
display
go.
capture. Infinite. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna full screen this. Oh yeah.
7.
What's that quality set to? 480. No, let's do 720, buddy.
There we
Look
go.
at that. Heck
Yeah.
Ah,
Got
see,
a
we
red
got
one.
darkness
black
mode,
one.
and then we got light mode. Yeah.
Got 3D.
Look at that.
There we go.
Hell yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's a party. That's a party and a half. I love that. See, it's also good because it's a little thicker and a little
Nice.
shorter.
Why'd you like it? Here, I'll send them to you now.
Hell yeah. See, it's a little thicker bars and a little shorter. Because I was actually thinking about slightly redesigning my thing anyway. Because it's a little tall and the legs are a little thin. See, it makes it closer to an hourglass shape based on the So everybody knows I like spiders, but it's kind of not only is it meant to
I
be
see an hourglass shape.
yeah, not only is it meant to be a Z with like an X basically, so X, right? It combined, so it has the first and last letter, but it also makes an hourglass shape, like the hourglass on a black widow tarantula on a widow spider. So it's also a reference to the fact that I like spiders. So it does a little column A, a little column B. It's something I came up with while I was doodling one day. And I was like, hey, that's a neat idea. So it kind of works, you know, where it's like simplistic. I don't want to say minimalistic because,
Understand it.
but you know,
Yeah, there we go.
like compared to, I used to have an older
Yeah.
symbol when I had different
Yeah.
username that kind of had a similar idea where it's like sort of the name, but also like a symbol and all that.
Mhm.
But once I changed usernames, that symbol became obsolete. It's still a cool symbol, but it was also really hard to draw. That was the other part because I can't draw straight lines for shit.
That makes sense.
And also that was also a semi reference to Lexi King Soul Reaver, because like there's the force glyph, and I came up with it while I was just doodling something to be similar to the force glyph from Soul Reaver, so it looks similar to that.
Ooh, there
But
we go.
But that is so freaking awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, everybody who's not followed, go follow TX
Yeah.
Magic Mike. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta show that appreciation, or else I'll cut you. I'll cut you. If you're in my stream and you don't do it, I'll cut you. I don't know if I have any way of knowing that, but still. Just assume that
They're
I have.
making a game too.
Yep.
Here, I'll send it to you right now, brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man. I'm gonna find some good way to work this and display this into different stuff.
Let's see.
Especially for me to come up with a just chatting thing. That'd be awesome. Hell to the yeah. Because see, that's good because I was also
Yeah,
like,
no, and usually, like, I know people give bits and subs, but I feel like this helps out because, you know, it makes it look good.
oh hell yeah, thank you, man. It really does mean a lot. You know, again, I mean, you see, I do the art thing too, where I'm like, sometimes it's good to get a project. So I completely
go.
understand your mindset. It's good to do a little bit of project, good to work on something, get those creative juices flowing. Is one way to put it. Plus, like some of the stuff that I've made,
Nice.
I don't know, my brain just shut off, but you know, I know exactly how you feel.
There we go.
Hell yeah, thank you, man. I'm gonna switch back to my game now. How do I do that? We can do that. Boom.
Yeah, you're welcome. Exciting.
Let's see. Back to it. Did I pause emulation? I didn't. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta go back. I gotta go and put the thing in the thing. That's so awesome. But yeah, everybody go and give TX your love. That's awesome. See, now I gotta find some cool way to display it. Especially with like any other like little artistic and edit changes. Because again, that goes to the thing where, you know, adding the words on stream was a recent addition, and other things like that I'm trying to slightly improve on. Because I'm also trying to do this a little more consistently. You know, with my... It's been difficult with my time. But it's not like it's been, like, brutal or nothing, you know. It's just been a matter of trying to do the house and work, and then work on other projects. Like for the edit I have for Darling, I've got some meme edits I have in the pipe. Of course, you know, I was actually going to make a meme related to one political thing. I don't make many political memes because I don't really care to you know. But sometimes I think there's stuff that's funny enough or whatever that's worth making a meme about, you know. Because, you know, I don't want to just be a channel where I'm all like, oh, LOL, look at this. Look at Trump or Biden, look at what they did. But if it's funny enough, I'll do it. You know, it's the memeing first, and then the rest of it second. But I will make some on occasion. Plus, anything that allows me to practice is always a good thing, because it's something I can work on and get slightly better at. You know, same thing with the JoJo memes, because I did this one meme that took a scene from a movie and combined it with something from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And so they used like a cup. Well, the cup itself is transparent. So I wanted to like superimpose the character's face on the other character. But then I want to have the glass. But the problem is if I do masking for the glass, you'll see their face underneath it. So I had to do like layered masking to make it to where it looks like that character is drinking. It took a lot of work, but I got it. And everybody who watched the meme, they're like, holy crap, you put in a lot of work for a shit post. And I'm like, yeah, LOL. And it's stuff like that I love to do because it helps me get slightly better. Just a little bit better over time. Better ways to render my videos, to record them, do all that kind of stuff. Because, of course, I'm a premier memer by heart. Let's see. Is it a grenade? I'm glad that everybody is having a good time, and that everybody's being patient as well. For me having to set up all that stuff. I remember this puzzle. But I don't remember what I have to do. Oh. Duh. 4, 2, 3, 1. There we go. I remembered it. I remembered at the last minute. Yeah, Jill, press the switch.
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
You too, Jill. The noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this.
The noise you heard? Oh, did you... Was it the gunshot or the two boulders?
Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
And then she pushes them.
What the hell is that sound? It could be a person. Jill, go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
Secure our escape route? Come on, Barry. Be realistic.
I'll stay and secure our escape route.
Like what? You think the zombies are gonna come here and trash the elevator? I will take that though. In case I need them. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down there yet. Yeah, Barry's one of those guys who's like, you know, let's split up, gang. It's like, you suck, Barry. Not really. I love Barry, but he certainly acts sus as hell in this version of the game. The other ones he doesn't really act all that sus, but he acts really sus here. Oh, hey. Oh, come on, Jill. You know how to mix gunpowder. But to be honest, this is actually really effectively scary. I mean, she's not like the Nemesis in the fact that she's running and yelling stars, but it's still effectively scary. Because you have this creature, you know, of course, normal gameplay, you might actually try to kill it, but, you know, you basically learn that she can't be killed. What is the map of this area? Oh, that is a pathway I can go down. Come on. You son of a bitch. Don't mind, I'm gonna double check YouTube, make sure that there's no Katarinas going on. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to like stay only on Twitch, because I do got people that watch me on YouTube. If this were Silent Hill 3, I'd have to crush a walnut with this. You suck, Barry. Oh. What's this room look like? Oh, not good. She's totally gonna follow me in here, isn't she? I will take the Magnum rounds. Thank you. I will take the battery pack. Thank you. I will take the pistol bullets. Thank you. I will take the thank you. Huh. Box puzzles. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Take it down the river. Just come. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna panic. Panic mode activated. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's just go mess with the box thing. I think I'm gonna come back here later anyway. So I'll worry about the switch and all that crap later. I mean, I don't want to miss anything, but I'm pretty sure the game doesn't lock me out of anything. It's just, well, one thing that Resident Evil 4 does good is when you have items that trigger, combat events, it makes a sound to let you know. To be like, hey, hey, hey. You're about to get into a fight. Do I really even need the handgun anymore? I mean, how much stuff do I have? Got a crap ton of Magnum rounds. Tell you what. Let's carry shotgun shells. Forget about it. First that stuff. No safety railing? I will, thank you. Okay, so now I've got to activate the switch and then haul ass to that door. Again, this is a good example of how to make an enemy like this without it having to just be over-the-top action. You know, it's very slow moving. You know, Lisa is very slow moving. So it's not like the Nemesis where it chases your ass down. You know. But it is invincible. And just in general, it succeeds at being extremely scary. It doesn't even, you're not even met with much other than a little bit of, you know, spookiness, a little bit of spookiness. So it's not done as like a jump scare and all that. Don't get me wrong, the way Nemesis is in RE3 is absolutely just, in RE3 original, it's just absolutely like perfect, right? That being said, this is also extremely effective because it's extremely scary. Because there's no way to stop her. Ah, snake! Why do they all want to nibble on my flesh? I do. Oh, fuck. I saw the water moving and I thought that was her. Also, all this atmosphere is creepy as hell. Because it's like, oh, she's not really a monster in the sense that in the same way that the zombies are. She's just so damaged and broken that, you know. I think it was a great addition, a great way to take the lore of the series and, you know, expand on it so well. But they also don't have her overstay her welcome, so you're not, you know, where like Nemesis, you know, he's not often enough, or he's I'm trying to think what I was saying. If they harass you too often, you're gonna feel like, you know, it's gonna lose the threat because you're gonna be like, I've seen this before. You know, you're not gonna feel, you know, very afraid of them. I think I will take the handgun. Just going back to the house. Yeah. Let me think. Okie dokie. While I'm standing next to a zombie is the perfect time to play with this box. There's something written on the back. November 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica administered virus type A. Plasmolizing of tissue. Plasmolizing? Whatever. Of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion? Negative. Action disposed. Lisa. Administered virus type B. Plasmolizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion? Positive but delayed fusion. Body modification. Observed constant results. Status: continue protective observation. George. Action terminated. November 30th, 1967. There's a journal left by someone. November 14th, 1967. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th, 1967. I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake. Not my real mom. Same face, but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. November 17th, 1907. From inside box. Scent of Mommy. Maybe true mother there. Stone box hard. It hurt. Steel rope in the way. Can't see Mother. Because 4 stones. Sorry, alligator. I think I'm gonna have to... See you later. I don't know why I'm being stupid, but I am. Mommy! Mama! Hey, there's a zombie. Did I mention see you later? Because see you later. Because 4 stone. Yep, I do remember that part. And I do remember if you want the best ending, you have to say, hey Barry, you're allowed to have your gun back. Insert epic political commentary. Oh, fuck, I just zoned out for a second. I was imagining to what I might say when I get to that battle. And then I just said it out loud. Ignore me. Ignore me! Oh man, I should be careful about zoning out like that. Well, at least I can get this back now. Is something scary gonna happen?
Okay, whew. I was worried that she was gonna like pop out from there going like, I'm gonna kill you. Now is a fantastic time to save. Because I'm pretty sure I'm very close to the Lisa Trevor fight. My finger hurts something awful. That freaking hamster bit the living shit out of my finger. I'm talking about it was bleeding profusely. I am upset. I'll just carry handgun bullets. That's my last ink ribbon. And as anyone can see, I do use save states, but I try. It depends on the game. It depends on the game and the circumstances. I don't necessarily spam them, but I'm also not always playing without them. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a case of I don't want to have to backtrack 15 minutes, then I'm going to use the save state. If it's a case of something. Like I'm going to be sensible when I use them. Like I typically do it once I just a second. I have to concentrate. Like typically when I close the game, when I get done with the stream, I'm going to do a save state just in case. Just in case something goes wrong or whatever else. If circumstances permit, again, I might use save states. If it's a type of game that doesn't have the same kind of... I don't know. There's times when I use it. To me, I always consider my standards to be loosey-goosey. It depends on the game, depends on the circumstances, depends on the time, depends on how I'm feeling. You know, all that. I'm turning myself up a bit. I mean, the fact that it asks you whether or not you want to open the door is pretty ominous to what you might encounter. Oh, huh. Forgot about that. I could have saved it here. Saved myself the trip. Have a nice trip. Catch you on the flip. My only thing is, who lit all these candles? Who put all these candles down here? Where are they getting these candles? What's the deal with all these candles? You know? Like, until somebody points it out to you, you never really think about it, but then you realize there's like 30 candles down there.
Jill.
That
You're
guy was
alive.
hiding his gun, that big ass thing.
I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun. Thanks, Jill.
Why did it make that sound? Did he cock the hammer? Now, in case you don't know, the reason why she has tentacles is not because of the virus. It's because of the nemesis parasite that was put within her. I don't know if we saw any of the notes that mentioned it, but I think Barry can also still die here. So you have to, like, give him his gun. Wait, did he die? Oh, I think he did. Yeah, you have to, like, give him his gun and make sure he doesn't die. Yeah, I think he's dead. Let's get out of that, because I want to see if he is dead. Ah, shit. I'm gonna try to reset, because I'm gonna try to make Barry survive. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be that easy. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. I was trying to remember, though. Yeah, this will be fine. So no, it's not like super mega easy, but like you at least have to try. I kind of didn't because I focused on doing the task, but that meant he got killed because he was shooting at her and I wasn't. Hunt these nuts. Let's try this again, shall we? Damn, I wish I'd known there was a typewriter there. It should give you some ink ribbons is what it should do. Like, I can understand why they don't, is because if they give it to you every opportunity, then you're going to be overloaded with ink ribbons, and that kind of fucks with the survival horror aspect. But, like, one of the things that makes Resident Evil 4 good is that, one, you don't need ink ribbons, so you can save anywhere there's a typewriter. Two, the checkpoints at chapters. So you just go buck wild, right? I'm just keeping an eye on the time. I think I'll probably end around 4:15. Maybe sooner. Just because I need to have enough time to go to get the group. I mean, might as well use up my pistol ammo. This is not a bad little walk, though, where it's like all this, like, you know, this just long pathway. That's always a good way to help build suspense. But these candles, though. I mean, she obviously has some degree of intelligence. So, maybe she has an unlimited supply of candles and she lights them so that she can see.
Thanks.
So let me start by pushing this. See if I can... Come on, push it, Jill. Push it. Whoa. Get the fuck away. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. There we go. That's all she wants is her mommy. Okay, let's talk, Barry. What the fuck?
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
To my Lisa. Day by day, I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by men in white clothes made some of mommy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot saying it was nutrition. When they give me the shots, mommies can think straight. But mommy's shocked and sad because mommy's unable to think of you all the time. Mommy's afraid. Afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy. What your faces look like, how we used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Oh, Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now, so that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape is next time when we go to that lab together. We'll both pretend that we are both unconscious, and when that man in white clothes is off guard, that will be our chance. When we're on the outside, let's look for Daddy together, okay, sweetie? Be strong, Lisa. November 13th, 1967. Jessica Trevor. That plan didn't pan out, did it? Ah, yes. It's a medallion time. I gotta go back and get the medals so I can put them in the place. So it looks like I made a mistake coming here at all. I should have known that's what I had to do next, so why didn't I get them? So yeah, they do add some good stuff. You know, because the Lisa Trevor stuff is only a little bit, right? It's not a huge add-on. And that's part of what I think makes it a good remake. Is it doesn't like change it into this entirely new fucking thing. It expands on the ideas, adds stuff, all that. Yo, what's up? Okay. Yeah, don't fear the Reaper. Akotezu? I can't remember how I agreed on trying to pronounce your name. Akotezu. From Hojo. Hojo. From... Oh! Yeah. How was... Yeah, so how... Yeah. I remember now. For a second there, when you said Hojo, I was thinking of forums I used to be in and back in the day. My brain. Yeah, man. How's it going? Yeah, I haven't been over to Hojo's a lot, because it depends on what game Hojo's playing. There's plus I have a lot of people that I follow and I get involved with. Yeah, this is one of the series that I've been playing through is the Resident Evil series, because I'm trying to go back through it, both the games I played years ago and then to play all the new games because I pretty much stopped at Resident Evil 5. To be honest, I'm not sure. They may do Code Veronica, but it's also a question of whether or not they think whether or not Code Veronica could make enough money. I think it's popular enough they may be willing to do it. I don't know if they'll remake 1 because it might be kind of weird to remake 1 again since they already did it once. I think it's probably not going to be 1 though. But whether or not they do Code Veronica or if they move on to 5, I don't know. I know Code Veronica came out before 4, but that doesn't mean they can't remake it. I just don't think that they'll remake 1 just because they already did it once. And they probably don't want to, like, you know, have to do it again, right? Since I think this... Well, I guess it probably depends. But, you know, there's been rumors about the remaking Code Veronica, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Oh yeah, no problem. Have a good nap. I won't say I don't think they'll remake Code Veronica, but... I don't know. Something makes me feel like they won't. Maybe it's pessimism. I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I need to take a nap. Jeez. Yeah, I won't be on too much longer myself right now. Because I think the lab is actually probably a good place to quit. Actually, this is an amazing place to quit. Because I don't know if I have the second game disc. First off, I'm going to save state, so I don't have a problem. Oh, I do, thank God. Okay, how do I switch discs? Change disc. Yep, this is actually a great place to stop because it's the starting of the final disc. Let me find a save point. And some ink ribbons. So yeah, this is kind of the thing I was talking about with this game, how it's like all dark and dank. You know. Well, maybe the dank isn't a huge problem, but it's just kind of dark. Do you not want to go down the ladder, Jill? Oh, I wasn't hitting it right. It just, everything's so brown. They kind of, games still kind of have that problem where they think serious means it has to be brown. Like, no, you can be serious without everything just being brown and dark and all that kind of stuff. Is there any items? Okay. Alright, it's time to save it. Hell yeah. So anyway. Oh, yeah, it's time for me to heat on daddle over to group and everything. I'm just gonna do a little exploring here. Zombo? Dude, nice. I got a crit. Very nice. Okay. Enough of that. Let's stop that emulation. Yep. Oh, anyway. Yep, see, I gotta make myself a nice little screen for, like, ending the stream or just chatting or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna close that. So anyway. I want to thank everybody for joining me, for watching. You know, and I want to thank everybody who was patient. And even the people who weren't, I understand. If you're not followed, feel free to drop me a follow. I'm trying to at least stream once a week. Of course, I'm trying to expand it from there. But I also have a lot of things that are going on with my house and things like that, so that we can sort of get started. Oh, thank you so much, darling. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I don't feel like I got a whole lot done, but I also kept dying a bunch, and I'm still trying to remember everything. This one went fairly smooth, at least. Not a lot of backtracking, at least. Not too much, anyway. But of course, if you're on YouTube, feel free to drop a like or a dislike. If you hate it, just drop it dislike. Comment if you have anything to say. You can call me an asshole if you want. I won't delete it. I'll probably laugh at it because it'll be pretty funny. And of course, if you like my content or if you like memes, other things like that, drop a subscribe. I am going to try to at least be back on Tuesday. It depends on whether or not we have somebody that can cover for me. We probably won't hire anybody in the next couple of days. So we'll just have to see how that goes, right? But I will possibly try to do it in the evening. If not doing it changing it to Saturday or Sunday. Well, it'd have to be Saturday afternoon because I would have to work on Saturday up until 2 o'clock, or Sunday morning. One of the two, possibly. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. And one of these days, I do want to do a suggestion stream. Again, I was suggested that one game. And then possibly, if that game doesn't work out, maybe play some Incredible Crisis or something else. And I want to get back to doing some speed running on stream as well. I'm just trying to maneuver it all into doing everything so that I at least feel productive. And everything. Of course, thank everybody for joining me. And, I hope everyone has a good day. I'm going to find somebody to raid. Who is a good person to raid? That is similar to what I'm playing here, at least. I mean, I'll raid just about anybody, but I do like to try to keep it somewhat close. Either somebody that's within my that's either within my periphery or that's playing a similar game. Mask isn't playing today. Digimon World, Silent Hill, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Rule of Rose, huh? Controversial horror game. I wouldn't call Rule of Rose controversial. It was in Europe, but for the wrong reasons. They advertised it really weird in Europe. Who's playing Silent Hill today? Prunu? Well, I think we found the perfect person to raid, don't you? Check it out. And Dainty's there too. Well, well, well. Time to give these fellas a nice little surprise, huh? Anyway, if you guys are interested, feel free to join in the raid. Et cetera, et cetera. Give me just a second and I'll set this raid up. Prunu is playing. Let's see. /raid. Prunu 5. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have a good one.